Hey guys, just a heads up, if you're looking to pick up a new SCUF controller anytime soon, be sure to use code IMMORTAL at checkout to get a nice little discount on your order. Whether it's Advantage, Impact, Infinity, or Prestige, code IMMORTAL has got you covered. And now on to today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, hey hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is that time of the week once again. We've got another new update here in Modern Warfare. However, this week is kind of an odd one. It's Tuesday, so we have our standard update per usual, with a handful of new changes and features being added in. But today we don't have a new title update or anything like that. However, it's been confirmed that a big update is coming later on in the week too. So it seems we're kind of doubling up on updates for this week. And today we're breaking down all the changes in the newest mini update that just went live today. But before we jump into that, if you're new here, or if you're a part of the 75% of viewers who aren't subscribed, and you want to stay on top of the latest Call of Duty news and intel, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. And of course, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And now let's get into the newest update and check out everything that changed with it. So first and foremost today, as mentioned, today's update is not a full-on title update, meaning you don't need to download anything extra this time around, and instead that will likely be reserved for a bit later on into the week. So you can just jump right into the new update today and experience all it has to offer. Speaking of what all it has to offer, for starters, we do have a brand new playlist update per usual. It was a bit delayed, so some people were thinking it wasn't going to happen, but nonetheless it is now live, and it features quick play obviously, which you can filter to your liking, realism mosh pit, ground war, regular gunfight, gunfight 1v1, which is a brand new alternative to the normal gunfight mode, gun game is also back now, and we've also got shipment 24/7, which I'm sure plenty of people are going to be very excited about, so you can now jump in and play all of those playlists on all platforms. Also, a little side note here, if you are grinding out Damascus camo, shipment 24/7 is going to be your best friend basically, but also it is only 5v5, so just keep that in mind. We've also got two new bundles in the store this week as well to check out. The first of which is the Urban Avenger bundle, which is available for 2,400 COD points. And this features the Junk Pile Operator skin, the Patchwork Assault Rifle blueprints, the Hole Punch Handgun blueprints, and the Box Cutter Melee blueprints, alongside the Hidden Golem calling card, the Scrap Dragon emblem, which actually looks really cool in my own opinion, the Trash Panda sticker, the Weren't Made Operator quip, the Laid to Rest finishing move, and also one tier skip for the Battle Pass. Then for the second new bundle, we've got the Wolf Pack, which is available for 1,600 COD points, and this features the Wolf's Bite SMG blueprints, the Alpha Sniper Rifle blueprints, the War Dog emblem, the Successful Hunt calling card, and another tier skip for the Battle Pass as well. Also, I should note, I am under the impression that the free holiday items are still randomly appearing in everyone's store. I know some people out there still don't have certain things like the flooded blueprint for the MP5. That actually just got a new free gift yesterday as well, so keep an eye out for those too in the coming days because you'll definitely want to grab those as they appear. Now usually with these little mini updates, we end up seeing some back-end changes added in alongside all the new shop items and modes. But this update today was a little lackluster in that department. But as you'll see throughout the rest of the video, there is still a lot of stuff to come there. Not to mention, IW has actually been doing a lot of secret changes, or shadow changes as they're called recently, so those could have very well been added into the game today, and unfortunately, we just don't get informed about those. Anyways, upon face value, those are the larger changes that came with this little mini update, but honestly, we're not even close to being done with the update intel that we've got for the remainder of the week. Now, outside of these standard updates and changes that we got today, as I mentioned earlier, we've actually got a confirmation that today's little mini update is not the only patch we're going to be seeing come to the game this week, as over on Twitter, Joe Seacott shed some light on what's to come. A user tweeted at Joe asking where the kill feed fixes were that were mentioned back prior to Christmas, and in response to that, Joe said our next big update should have all the fixes. We start pushing this update through this week, but I don't have an exact date. Sorry. So clearly this tweet implies that there is another update that is going to be pushed live this week. I would assume either on Thursday or Friday, with the latter there being the most likely, as the update days this year have primarily consisted of Tuesdays or Fridays so far. What's also pretty curious about this is the fact that the majority of the Friday updates have also included new physical content like maps and whatnot, as we saw things like Krovnik Farmland and Shoot House both go live on a Friday update beforehand. So we could very well be seeing some surprise content released later on this week, and to feed into that even more, we're also currently in the longest drought, I guess you could call it, in terms of larger scale content. For a while there, we were seeing new modes, maps, and all that good stuff released about every 2 weeks, and we actually haven't seen anything too prominent like that in quite some time now. So we definitely should be keeping an eye out for that stuff come Friday. But aside from the more speculative content updates, we do also have some other confirmations for this next big update as well. Obviously, that tweet from WhosImmortal that I just referenced indicates that the kill feed problems with player names not appearing in the correct order, or the feeds simply being split by random text should all be removed, and the kill feed will now appear much cleaner overall. So that is one thing we can confirm we'll see in a few days' time. There's also a few other things we can be on the lookout for too. Now, over on Reddit, Joel Emsley, the art director for Infinity Ward, has recently been really active answering a lot of community questions. And as of yesterday, he replied to a thread regarding the recon drone challenge progression bug that's been going around. And here he initially said that they were just looking into the bug, but then he followed that up with, "It's been fixed and will be in the next update. I don't have a time and a date for the next update though, and we're still working on better ways to get this info out to you guys." So come this next update, presumably at the end of the week, anyone who is experiencing their recon drone officer challenge or mission challenges not tracking should have those issues resolved and progress will continue as normal. We also have a few other bugs and issues that ideally should be getting fixed with the next major update, if it is indeed one that is heavy on bug fixes, including the various glitch spots on the ground war maps, the player collision in all modes, and also the issue with player name tags not appearing above their heads consistently. To go into a bit more detail on these, in Ground War right now, I've actually seen out-of-the-map exploits on literally every single map we have available. There are multiple on Port that get you inside of walls and under the map. There's one on Karst River Quarry that gets you inside a wall. Same deal on Krovnik Farmland, and also once again on Tovorsk District. I mean, they're all pretty game-breaking too. It's really hard to be killed when you're in these spots, and thus it is essentially free kills and easy nukes for the majority of the people exploiting them. So in my opinion, these issues should be pretty high up on the to-do list. But that said, I do believe Infinity Ward is aware of these exploits, and I assume they'll be getting fixed pretty soon. Now, for the player collision, this is a semi-new bug that's appeared in-game. I believe it came to the game with the last title update, that's when it started appearing. And this one basically makes it so that players run into each other and cause a serious amount of movement on one another's screens. So you can push people around corners or off of ledges or out of windows, and it is a pretty annoying thing to run into as well. Then, for the player name tags not appearing, I've actually noticed this one a whole lot recently in Ground War specifically, and this happens for both enemies and teammates alike, where you'll go to aim down sights above a player, and they just don't have a name tag above them. And honestly, countless times I've started firing at a player, only to find out it's my teammate who just doesn't have a name tag visible. So that would be another pretty top priority issue in my book too. But with Joe mentioning that this next update is a big one, and with multiple prominent issues already being confirmed for it, I would say we can expect Title Update 1.13 to bring a handful of quality of life adjustments and fixes to the game. And hopefully it has some surprise content included within it as well, like maybe some new maps, perhaps one of the leaked DLC weapons, or some other larger content like that. But of course, for that we are just going to have to wait and see. Also, one last thing I did want to mention is that Joel Emsley also stated that the communication from IW should be improving, as he said in a Reddit post, "We need to find better ways to get the community information about the game. We are working on it, and with anything this big, there is always room for improvement." So essentially here, this honestly spells good news for future updates, as we should be more in touch with what Infinity Ward's areas of focus are heading into each new patch. Anyways, with all of that being said, that is effectively all the major changes that ended up coming to the game today, alongside the various things we can expect to see later on in the week. And that is going to wrap things up for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it, as it would be much appreciated. And of course, if you are new here and you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the world of Call of Duty, including all the latest news and intel, updates and leaks, and pretty much everything else in between, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know when I post a new video. As always, if you do want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL on all Scuff, G Fuel, Control Freak, and Respawn products. All of those links can be found down in the description below, and once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.